Asking me to do something 1 hour before leaving is ridiculous. I get that temp workers don't want to do overtime, but still. I managed to finish.
You're still here?
Oh, General Director. I'm surprised that you're still at the office.
Miss Kato, I don't think you filed for permission to do overtime today. Shizuha, you shouldn't make me worry.
I'm sorry. Something came up.
How about telling me what came up while we relax? Let's go home.
Okay, Inori.
That's a good girl.
I'm Shizuha Kato, 26 years old. I've been working in sales at Hatsukura Trading for 4 years. I don't interact much with my colleagues outside of work, and I don't stand out. Let's have lunch here today. Great idea. I'm your regular office worker, whose only merit is being serious. My stomachache isn't getting better. What do I do if he's here again today?
Miss Kato, do you have a moment?
Of course. What's the matter? We deal with imported foods in the sales department. I'm in charge of nuts, dry fruit, and vanilla beans. Price hikes on vanilla beans have been crazy in recent years. We're not going into the meeting room?
Excuse me, sir?
Where are we? The General Director's office?
Excuse me. Come in. Thanks for coming right away, Mr. Kurotani. Miss Kato?
This is Inori Hatsukura, age 31. He's the second-born son of Hatsukura Trading's CEO. His older brother is acting as the CEO since their father's health worsened. So he quit the company he was working at and came here as General Director of Sales. Female employees love him for his looks and his gentle, polite demeanor. I heard he was doing great at a big advertising agency before. He's really amazing.
I'll excuse myself then. Miss Kato, take over from here.
What? I'll be alone with Mr. Hatsukura?
Please, take a seat.
What on earth is going on? Did I make a big mistake?
How's work going?
Huh? Work? Mr. Hatsukura knew about the vanilla bean price hike. I told him about my plans to deal with it.
That was very good. I can tell how hard you've been working on it. Thank you. So it's not because of work that you've been looking gloomy as of late?
Excuse me?
Is something the matter? Maybe I can give you advice.
He's right. Something's been bothering me for the past few months. But I'm not going to talk to a work superior about my personal issues. Sorry for making you worry. I haven't been sleeping too well.
Do tell me if you're having some issues within the company.
I can't tell him that people ask me to do too much work. No, it's just that I really enjoy watching American TV dramas. I'm not lying. I applied for a role at Hatsukura Trading because it has offices abroad, so I was hoping to work in an English-speaking country in the future.
I see. I know how it feels when you tell yourself, just one more episode. But you should prioritize your health. I see that you haven't taken most of your PTO yet either. Why don't you take a few days off and rest?
Thank you, sir. I probably will. When we're not too busy. Will we ever not be too busy, though? We don't have enough capable members in the sales department.
Got it. But make sure you actually do, okay?
Okay, sir. In the end, today was another long day. Ugh, him again. It all started at a high school reunion 3 months ago.
You used to be a plain girl, Kato, but you've become so pretty. Do you have a boyfriend? If you don't, how about dating me?
I saw Yushima again there. He used to be part of a circle of cool boys who had nothing to do with me.
Let's go grab a drink one of these days.
I'm busy. He insistently asked me out even though I kept saying no.
Add me as a friend at least.
Adding him on a messaging app is safer than giving him my number, I guess. A few days later, though...
I'm here to pick you up. Shizuha!
He showed up in front of my company unannounced. That made me shiver. I told him I didn't like that he shouted outside my company's entrance, so he took on standing there quietly. I said I didn't want my coworkers to see him, and he replied, "You shouldn't be so embarrassed," smiling happily. After that, he would wait for me at the closest station to my office. I started walking to the next station, but a few days later, he showed up at my home station. I've already told you a bunch of times to stop doing this.
Why though? I just want to get to know you better, Shizuha. You'll grow fond of me if I come to see you every day, won't you?
What fondness? All I can feel is fear. He's basically stalking me. I went to the police too, but they can't do anything because he hasn't harmed me. At the class reunion, Yushima told me,
Despite you becoming so pretty, going by your personality, I bet you've never been in love, right? That's no good. Women will wither if they're alone all the time.
It's true. I've never been in love. But this isn't love either. Yushima doesn't listen to me or care that he's bothering me. He could never become that special someone to me. This can't go on. I have to give him a proper talk and make him stop.
Yeah, Shizuha. You're pretty late today.
Why is he here? He said he's an employee at a law firm, so he probably knows what he can get away with even if I call the police. And if I'm not careful with what I say, he might sue me for slander. I can't ask anyone for advice. No one can help me. I don't like you waiting for me like this. We made no plans to see each other.
I sent you a message, though.
I haven't seen it. I haven't replied, have I?
That's why you need me. It's not safe to walk alone at night.
I've already told you many times that I can go home alone perfectly well.
Don't bluff. I know you're scared deep down. And I know that's why you've never had a boyfriend.
That's got nothing to do with you, Yushima.
But don't worry. I don't think that's a bad thing. In fact, I prefer things being that way.
You're bothering me. Honestly, it grosses me out that you come to my company and wait for me at the station. What would you think if someone did the same to you?
Well, if you came to pick me up at my office, I'd brag about it to all my coworkers.
Why doesn't he understand?
You're a bit too tall, though. You should wear lower heels. Plus, aren't you ashamed of being a virgin at your age? You sure have a lot to say, young man.
Mr. Hatsukura? Sir, we were...
Is this your friend, Miss Kato? Are you Shizuha's superior? Thank you for always looking out for my girlfriend, but she's on personal time now, so... I'm not asking you. Is this man a friend of yours? Understood. I'll call the police. Who do you think you are? I felt bad for her because she's never had a boyfriend. You'll pay for this!
Mr. Hatsukura, I'm so sorry for inconveniencing you.
Raise your head. More importantly, did he do anything to you? You look pale.
No, he hasn't harmed me. Even if I record our conversations, the police won't help me. Even though I feel so scared and sick.
He may not have harmed you physically, but if he scarred you psychologically, it's just as bad. This has happened a few times, hasn't it?
How do you know?
Like I said earlier, I can give you advice if something's troubling you. I'm not planning on doing anything to you, Miss Kato. I'd just like you to rest in a warm, safe place.
I feel so warm. My heart had become so rough, but I felt it loosen up.